Hi everyone, you're all welcome to this online session, and this is the part 2 of the recording. So we're going to talk about how to install Informatica. So we've already done these 3 steps. Okay, we're going to start with this. To do this, the first step that you need to do is you need to create 3 table spaces. So I will show you that. I think I have already done it. I will just show you. Yeah, you can see here. I need to go and create 3 different table spaces, and let me check what has happened here. This is done, and okay, so there is a small mistake. Let me correct it. So this is the command for that. Okay, so you can also get this command in your in the admin guide. I will just show you the admin guide from where you can get it. So just log in with sysdb and execute these 3 things. Okay, these 3 DDLs, and you can find the documentation here in the administrator guide. In the pre-installation step, search for table space. Okay, one second, search for table. So here you go, this is the syntax for that. You can copy paste and use it right away. Okay, and once that is done, so this is getting executed. What I have to do meanwhile is I need to go to this particular this particular path, and you will get this file from Informatica. Okay, Informatica MDM 10 GA database files. You need to go here to this location, copy the whole path from beginning to end, and then open another command prompt, cd, go to that location and type c. Okay, c, sorry, one second. There is some problem, one second. So here I go, I'm in this particular location and CLS. Now I'm going to execute certain commands. What I'm going to do is, my objective is I want to, so my table space is done, I can close this. So what my objective is, I want to create the master database. Okay, so to do that, you need to go here and you need to execute this sip_ant.bat. So let me execute that. Sip_ant.bat, and you say create_system. Okay, and Oracle default all default values. Make sure that this local host is your IP address when you're trying to do it for a company. Okay, so just give a default password. Make sure that you have the sys password. Okay, otherwise it's not going to work. So basically what we're doing is, just this is done quickly. So it means my master database has been created. Now I need to go and import the master database. Okay, I created the master database and I'm going to import it. So import it, just give the same details, enter. Just go with the default values, it's pretty quick. And yeah, same default value I'll go with. So it's starting to import, as you can see. So it is importing, so let it happen. It will take just 2-3 minutes. Some 50 tables you will see that will be created in this schema. Some 50 tables and some 58 tables, if I remember, 58 or 59 tables, and this is done successfully for me. So this is done. Now what I can do is I can also create a master database, sorry, an ORS database. So create ORS. This is not mandatory to do it. Okay, you don't have to do it now, but I'll just do it since this is pretty quick. Let me do it, and I'm gonna name it as ORS_sample and Tiger and Tiger. Okay, So it is creating something called as ORS underscore sample, and later we'll import it. But so pretty much this step is done now. The creation of hub store master and ORS is done. I will also do this later. Import of the ORS, I'll do that later. And now we can go ahead and we can start installing the hub server. So let's go and do that. So install the hub server. How do I install it? Go to the where your software is located. This is where my software is located. Informatica MDM 10.1 GA for Windows, and there are three softwares here: server, cleanse, resource kit. First we need to install the server, so let's install it, run it. It's very simple. The only thing with this installation Informatica MDM is if you get any errors, then there'll be a huge problem with that. Otherwise it's pretty much simple. So this will take some time to extract, and meanwhile we can complete this, I think. So let me import the schema. So I'm just trying to import the schema that I have done. Again, I'm telling you, this is not necessary for installation. You don't have to do it for installing. Okay, so even if you don't do it, still the installation is gonna work. Okay, I'm doing it since I don't have anything to do. So this will take around 5 to 10 minutes. So let it be. Meanwhile, we'd have to wait for this, and let's see if there are some important steps that we missed. I don't see any important steps that we missed. Right. So yeah, let's just wait. Make sure that the firewalls, everything are disabled. I think I have disabled my firewall, but still I will check it once. You can disable the firewall and install the product, and later you can enable it also, or you could add exceptions also. That also you could do, but I'd rather prefer disabling the firewall. It's best to disable most of the security features initially. Later you can enable them. I'm disabling mine because normally you will you will be in a VPN network, so you don't need these firewall networks. They are unnecessary troubleful. Let me also disable high security. Let me disable the security for this. This is also not needed, but I'm just doing it for to be on the safe side. That's it. I'm gonna reduce this. Right. At least I do it in all my Windows system, and it's better if you do it in server as well. And let me check what's in here. Yeah. So its security features are disabled, so shouldn't have much problem in the installation process. Now let me check if my JBoss is still up and running. Should be. Yeah, it is. And you can see that error loading VM matrix. Let me check if it's actually up or it's like up. So yeah, this is up, so that's fine. So my environment details and all those things, you can see this GMS destination. This is where you can see the GMS queue. I don't see anything now, but you will see once this has been installed, you would see applications up here, right? So let me try to install now. Pretty much done. So here we go. Just say OK. Just keep the license file with you when you're doing it, okay? Because now it's going to ask the license. So here we go. Next. And next. Yeah, next. Just next, next, next. Simple. Yeah, you need to choose the license file. My license file is in my desktop, so I'm going to just select that Siberian.license. This is my license file. Open it. Next. And my application service JBoss, which we have already configured. If your application server is something different, WebSphere or WebLogic, make sure you choose accordingly. Next, and you need to give the path. What's this path? This path is nothing but the JBoss home. So go to the JBoss home and check for this path here. Yeah, this is the path. You make sure that you give this path here. Okay, and next. For 610, the port is 4447, so just go with the default. If you're installing an advanced version, so you need to change the port. Just next, next, next. Simple. Just give the username, password, just say no. And yeah, I also want to install ActiveOS. Okay, so just say yes. And yeah, this is where I want to use. And next, yeah, I need to create a user now in my database. Go and create a user called as AVOS. Okay, AVOS. So SQL plus sysdba, create user AVOS identified by a tiger, let's say. Okay, so grant DBA to AVOS. So this is done now. Let me give tiger here. And next, so give just next. Yeah, you need to choose the file. Where is this file? Just check it. This must be with you. Let me check. Where is this? In this software, it must be in somewhere over here. Yeah, here we go. This is the file. Okay, just open it and say next and give some password. I'm gonna go with admin for me. And no, I don't want Informatica platform. Just say next. And yeah, run the script during installation. Normally 90% of the time the script fails. Okay, so if it does fail, there is an additional step that you need to do. That's why I have put an additional step here. Run post install.bat. So it is installing the product now. It'll take some time, I believe, almost like 10-15 minutes. So I'll pause the session for 10-15 minutes while this is done. and you can see that one more file has been deployed. This is the Siberian -mrm.ar. See, I'm not doing anything actually. Informatica application is automatically doing that. I'm just checking it. Okay, I'm not doing much, and it's deploying. Still there are a lot of application that it needs to deploy. That's what is happening in this post install script. Okay, if it does fail, then you need to execute this manually. Okay, so we'll just wait for this to deploy some more. You can see it's deploying small other application provisioning.war file. Okay, provisioning.war file. This is a new feature in version 10.1, provisioning. Let me check what else is being done. I think, yeah, it's deploying this. So meanwhile, we can also check the application. If the application is actually up now, let me check it. HTTP localhost, then 8080 CMX should be up because this application is already deployed, Siberian. So you can see here this application is already done. So even though the installation is not completely done, still it's being executed. Still my my tool should be up. I mean, this is my tool version 10.1. You can see here, and this is where you can get access the link. Normally this should be your IP address. Since I'm installing it in my machine, so I've given localhost. You just download it, and just save it somewhere later. It'll take some more time. I think it's deploying the ActiveOS air files, WAR files. So you can check that what it is doing. And long time back we were installing the database, and it is done. It took around 17 minutes. That's a lot of time, 17 minutes, but anyway it's done. And server reload is needed, definitely. Let me reload. It means I need to restart the server. That's what it is saying. Okay, so I'll do that later, but first let me complete this stuff. So you can see a lot of files are getting deployed, but still I have 2 more files. Okay, so still it's going to take around 10-15 minutes, I believe, more time. And let's see what else is left. So this is not necessary, I believe, because it's installing successfully, so I don't need that. So after that we need to install this, and then we need to open and configure the tool, and I'll show you how to configure the tool and all that. Okay, so we'll do this later. So okay, you can see that these 4 files were deployed here already. So pretty much most of the things are done for me, except I just need to wait for some more time. Once this post installation is done, this will take a lot of time, actually, like half an hour or so. Once this is done, then pretty much my installation is done. And if I face any issues with this, then I need to go and run this thing manually. Okay, this post install.bat manually, but I don't think I think it's going good. You can see here from it has already deployed a lot of files, so I think it's going great here, this installation. Just ActiveOS will be deployed. Once that is done, my installation will be done. So let me just install this. I can't do anything, I just need to wait. Okay, so let's just wait for some time. So it's taking a lot of time, I think. So there is some problem with that. I think I will run this post install script later, but pretty much most of the things are done for me. This Hyperion file, this is the main file, and most of the things are done. ActiveOS, I need to redeploy the ActiveOS applications later. So I think pretty much the installation is done. Okay, so that's the end of part 2, and in part 3 we will see how to do this install and cleanse match. Okay, so I'm stopping this. Thank you very much.